It was not long after the conquest of Mecca that news spread throughout the land of Hijaz and even beyond. Many tribes either converted to Islam or began to inspect their own forces ready to defend themselves in the event of an attack by the Islamic army. Meanwhile, Malik bin Auf, the leader of the large and powerful Hawazin clan, rallied his tribal leaders saying, "Muhammad may come to our land after the conquest of Mecca. If we do not assemble our troops and prevent them from coming here, he will destroy our homes and kill us all." The others agreed with him. Therefore, the forces were prepared to be ready for battle. The news of the battle preparations of the Hawazin tribe came to the Prophet, and he also started preparing for battle. During the last few days of Ramadan 8 AH, the Prophet prepared a large flag and handed it to Imam Ali. An army of 10,000 was ready for battle, and 2,000 new Muslims joined the Prophet's army. On the other hand, a bold and clever warrior, Malik bin Auf, ordered all the soldiers to unsheath their swords and to hide behind the branches of the trees, at the foot of the mountains and in the valleys surrounding the area so they could ambush the Prophet's army. Malik bin Auf assembled his troops and said in a loud voice, "They haven't met actual warriors, they have either fought with the Bedouins or with Quraysh. It's time to teach them a lesson." The Prophet recited the morning prayer with his companions and ordered them to move. The army of the Prophet had just arrived in the land of Hunain when suddenly it started raining. The army of the Hawazin tribe attacked the Muslim army, and the ranks of the Prophet's army started running away from fear. Dozens of militants attacked the Prophet, but Imam Ali protected him and fought relentlessly with a small number of people. Abbas, the Prophet's uncle, killed 9 of the soldiers attacking the Prophet. The soldiers that fled were the newly conquered Muslims of Mecca. They passed by the Prophet as they fled. The Prophet called Abbas and ordered him, "Abbas, your voice is loud and clear. Climb up that hill immediately and tell the soldiers to come back and fight for their religion." When Malik bin Auf saw such a scene, tears welled up in his eyes. He threw his sword and went to the Prophet and said, "Truly, you are a messenger of God." Thus, he and his companions converted to Islam. The Prophet gave him the presidency of his clan and returned the captives and their property to the tribe and returned to Medina victoriously. The victory of the Prophet's army crossed the borders of Hijaz and reached eastern Rome. The Romans who were at the border of Hijaz at that time thought that if Prophet Muhammad wanted to expand his religion, then they would be next. So they thought of declaring war on Prophet Muhammad. The Romans prepared an army of 40,000 men, armed with the best weapons, and they gathered at a place called Tabooq. The news was reported by a messenger to the Prophet. The Prophet commanded that an army be prepared to teach the Romans a lesson. Soon after, an army of 30,000 was ready for battle. 10,000 were on horseback, and the rest on foot. That year, the weather was warmer than previous years. It was almost a drought. The crops had not yet been harvested, and the fields were dry. However, the Prophet said that it was God's command, and it will all be well in the end. The army set off for their journey. Tabooq was the furthest point where the Prophet would go to war. Scorching winds filled with hot, deadly dust covered the entire surface of the desert. Many of the soldiers were barefoot, walking on hot, burning sand for days. No water and lack of food had overwhelmed everyone. Each person's diet was less than 1 grain per day. Everyone could drink just 1 sip of water a day. The bare feet of the soldiers were scarred and bruised with hot and lubricated sand. Sometimes, when the patience and endurance of the soldiers wavered, the Prophet would recite to them a verse that was revealed to him. Do you enjoy life in this world, this fleeting life instead of the eternal life of the hereafter? Although you know that life in the world is no less than life in the hereafter. Some who saw that their Prophet was grieving said that it was for Ali ibn Abi Talib. Indeed, this is the first war that Imam Ali did not participate in. Why is that? Said one. Do you see how far Tabooq is? Although we have been on the road for several days, we have not yet reached the halfway point. It is clear that the Prophet could not have a better representative than Imam Ali in Medina. Finally, the Prophet's army came to Tabooq after enduring many hardships. The road was so hot, deadly, and difficult that when the companions of Prophet Muhammad reached Tabooq, they were happy and ready for the battle, even though they had to enter a difficult and grand battle. When they crossed the last hill, they were ready to see the Roman army, but there was no sign of them. Prophet Muhammad sent several riders around Tabooq to find out where the Roman army was. When they returned, one of them said that the news of the grand Roman army was just a rumor, but another said, "Indeed, an army of 40,000 was stationed here. but the Roman commanders concluded that such a war was dangerous and had no benefit, so they sent all their troops back to the cities. Thus, no war broke out, and the Prophet and his army returned to Medina.